Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to speak on the future of Sergi Roberto, where currently Barcelona are looking to renew this player for another 2 years. And then we're also going to be talking about and clarifying Ferran Torres' schedule with FC Barcelona and also talk about his fitness, like what is going on. When could we expect him to come back and play for FC Barcelona? Because many of us are looking forward towards Ferran Torres playing in the Barcelona shirt. There's so much that we have to discuss within today's video. So let's first talk about Sergi Roberto, and I think that this is probably one of the most interesting discussions we are going to be having today, because look, Barcelona right now, they do want to extend Sergi Roberto's contract until 2024, and there has been a debate going on in this club on whether they want to maintain this player, yes or no. And then we also have another report coming from Sergi Roberto, who has stated, according to Sergi Roberto's new contract, the player will earn around 3 million euros per season, which is only 1/3 of what he used to earn before. So about 2 years ago, Sergi Roberto was earning around 90 million euros. Barcelona right now, Joan Laporta, Mateo Lemon are offering him a 3 million a year salary. Now let's remember, because the last time we talked about Sergi Roberto and his contract, Sergi Roberto and the agent did tell Joan Laporta and Mateo Lemon that they did not agree with this type of cut, that the cut was too deep, they were not willing to comply with this type of salary, and that there was no agreement. And I have always said this before, if a player is in Barcelona and has told Joan Laporta and Mateo Lemon that they do not agree with such a big cut because what they're earning right now seems right, and that they should be earning around 9 to 12 million euros per season, if you're going to come out with that type of conversation, then you should be sold, regardless of who you are. Like, the only way you could reach those type of numbers, and I'm going based off what Barcelona is doing today, but the only way you could reach those type of numbers, around 12-15 million euros per season, is by performance. If you are one of the players that is performing the best, if you're bringing results, goals, assists, defending well, attacking well, saving well, then you are going to be given that type of salary. But if you're not doing those things, if you're not putting out performances like that, and you have not shown that you are a important player for this Barcelona club, then there is no reason to demand such a high wage. And so as of now, we have seen the best stars and the veterans take that pay cut, and now they're in a contract where it is going to be based off their performance. If they perform well, they'll get paid well. If they perform badly, then they are not going to be paid as much. So we are in the same position with Sergi Roberto right now. Sergi does have the final say on whether he does want to agree with this contract, yes or no. But here is going to be the biggest question. Where is he going to play if he does agree? Like, this is what makes everything so confusing, because if he's going to renew with Barcelona and Barcelona want to maintain this player, if we're talking about the right back position, Barcelona want to get Mazraoui. They currently have Serginho Dest and they currently have Dani Alves. So you have a total of 3 players within this position potentially. And then when we talk about the midfield, right, let's assume that Sergi Roberto is going to be playing as a midfielder and Xavi wants him there. We have Gavi, we have Nico, we have Frankie, we have Pedri, we have Puig, who can all play in that interior position. So I have no idea where Sergi Roberto is going to play. And look, we have yet to see Sergi Roberto under Xavi Hernandez. Maybe he might be the best midfielder in the world under Xavi's management. Who knows? The only reason why we haven't seen him, it is because of his current injury, and he has just had his surgery. But only time is going to tell on what's going to happen in the future. Like, I have no idea. If Sergi Roberto does not want to renew, then by all means sell him as soon as possible, because we are in a deadline. The January transfer window is coming very soon. If he does renew, we're going to have to wait and see how Xavi does use this player. Now let's move on towards the next topic of today, and we are going to be talking about Ferran Torres. Now look, everyone thought that today was going to be considered as the Ferran Torres day, where everyone was going to be celebrating Ferran Torres becoming a Barcelona player, but in the end it did not happen, and that is what I am here to clarify, and alongside his fitness update. So what did happen after the medical that Ferran Torres did take was Barcelona and City reading the contracts, because what City wanted to do and what they have been doing in the past 12 hours was reading the contracts to make sure that everything was correct. And here is going to be my first initial thoughts now, knowing that Ferran Torres will be a Barcelona player and that it will be official. This is a big signing, right? This is something that I have been wanting to get out of my chest. The fact that Barcelona has signed Ferran Torres, that is a big statement, my friends, because Barcelona is no longer buying stars from other clubs. Like, for example, Barcelona is no longer that team that says, oh look, Coutinho, he's one of the top 5 best players in Liverpool, let's get him. Oh look, Griezmann, he's one of the top 5 best players in Atletico Madrid, let's get him. Oh look at Vidal, he's one of the top 5 best players in his current team, let's get him. Every purchase that we were making during these transfer windows between the years of 2015 and 2018, the only reason why Barcelona bought those players because they were within the top 5 players within their clubs. They just wanted to buy stars. What we are doing here is completely different. What we are doing here is that we want to buy players players that understand and that we know can understand Barcelona's system. Let that really sink in. We are buying players that we know will understand the system that Barcelona is running, regardless if it looks like a Man City reject or a Atletico Madrid reject or a Inter Milan reject. Wherever club it may be, Barcelona's main focus is knowing that this player can grasp the system that Barcelona is running, and that is what's most important, because these so-called star players are not going to be coming into this club and thinking that everything is going to be revolving around them. And because Barcelona is going to be more focused on what players can fit our system, this Barcelona team will finally be performing as a collective, as a real team, as a team that knows how to dominate the opposition. This is exactly how Barcelona should be running, and Ferran Torres is the first example to show the world that we are here to dominate, that we are here to really take football seriously, because now we're doing the work. Now we're showing that we're not here to waste money and then later on to be dominated by other teams. We know exactly what we're doing. This sporting team, this sporting project, the people that are within this club, they finally know exactly what they're doing, and I want everyone here to really notice the importance of Ferran Torres' signing with Barcelona. He understands this club. He has been under the teachings of Lucho and Pep Guardiola, and he will be working wonders under Xavi Hernandez. He will be the definitive goal scorer for the next 6 months. And so it does say here, according to Roger Torreo, and it's going to be a very long read, so hang with me here. Barcelona and City are reviewing the contracts before the announcement of the transfer of Torres, who waits for their confirmation. The forecast is that the Spanish international will be presented this Tuesday at 12 noon at the Camp Nou. And that is basically the thing that I do want to clarify. The medicals was supposed to happen on Monday, and the presentation is going to be happening on Tuesday, where the clubs are going to be announcing that Ferran Torres is a Barcelona player. Many people were speculating that he was going to be presented today, but we never talked about Ferran Torres being presented today. It was always going to happen on Tuesday. And so now let's move on towards the physical shape of Ferran Torres and when we could expect to see him play. So it does say here that Ferran Torres has a total of 15 more days to debut. The tests have determined that he is in the final stretch of his recovery, but he has yet to pick up pace after more than 2 months inactive. He will not be discharged under the Super Cup in the best of cases. The tests that the former City players has undergone have shown that the fracture in his right foot is fully consolidated and that the injury is now in the final phase. In the best scenario, Torres could make his debut in the Spanish Super Cup against Real Madrid on January 12th. Now, let's really notice what's happening here, and I want us to really pay attention to what's going on. I know that I have been saying that a lot, but let's really pay attention to this, because the main idea before Ferran Torres even took that medical was for him to feature in that match in the Copa del Rey, which would be against Linares. But now we're hearing here that the best case for Ferran Torres would be for him to play against Real Madrid. And guys, this is a 10-day difference. I think that one of the main reasons on why his debut has moved so much is because the medical team of Barcelona's have observed where Ferran Torres actually is, and they have said there is no way we're going to be rushing this player. We know that he could play against Linares for the Copa del Rey, but let's wait and get him to 100% before he can make that debut. And that is important because the medical team is acting accordingly. They know how to handle these players. They're doing the exact same thing with Ansu Fati and Pedri, something that we have talked about in the previous video. So there's really nothing to worry about. If you guys are wondering like what happened to Ferran Torres, isn't he supposed to be playing in Barcelona's second game of the year? No, it's just that the medical team do want to have these players in good hands. They want to take care of these players because they want to make sure that when they do return, they're not going to be experiencing any setbacks or any other injury. So again, just to make it very official, the presentation for Ferran Torres is going to be happening on Tuesday, which will be in about 12 hours from today while you are watching this video. And as soon as he is announced, we are going to be analyzing what Ferran Torres could bring to FC Barcelona. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona Daily News. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.